very quickly on something that will be spoken about 100 years from now and 200 years from now, extremely important. Essentially, you cannot take somebody out of a race because an opponent would like to have it that way. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's the leading candidate, whether it was the leading candidate or a candidate that was well down on the totem pole. You cannot take somebody out of a race. The voters can take the person out of the race very quickly, but a court shouldn't be doing that, and the Supreme Court saw that very well. And I really do believe that will be a unifying factor, because while most states were thrilled to have me, there were some that didn't, and they didn't want that for political reasons. They didn't want that because of poll numbers, because the poll numbers are very good. We're beating President Biden in almost every poll. New York Times came out yesterday with a very big poll for us. So they didn't like that, and you can't do that. You can't do what they tried to do. And hopefully Colorado, as an example, will unify. I know there's tremendous support. They've brought our support up very strong in Colorado, because people in Colorado thought that was a terrible thing that they did. And while we're on the subject, and another thing that will be coming up very soon will be immunity for a president, and not immunity for me, but for any president. If a president doesn't have full immunity, you really don't have a president, because nobody that is serving in that office will have the courage to make, in many cases, what would be the right decision, or it could be the wrong decision.
I hope you found that recent Fox News clip interesting. We'd love to hear your thoughts about it, so feel free to start a dialogue in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, follow our page, and subscribe for more content like this. The recent Supreme Court decision upholding electoral integrity is a resounding win for American democracy and a validation of former President Donald Trump's commitment to legitimate and fair elections. This victory is not just about securing Trump's rightful place on the ballot. It's about protecting the integrity of our elections and ensuring that judicial activism cannot override the will of the people. As Trump aptly pointed out, you cannot remove a candidate from a race simply because the opposition finds it convenient or due to political motivations. It's a matter that should be decided by voters, not by courts. What stands out in Trump's reaction is the emphasis on unity and the essential democratic principle that voters are the ultimate deciders in elections. States that were resistant to Trump's candidacy may have acted on the bias of political elites rather than the interests of their constituents. This Supreme Court ruling underscores that no political maneuvering should interfere with the fundamental right of American citizens to choose their leaders. Looking at poll numbers, Trump's strong showing against President Biden is a testament to his ongoing political viability. Yet, some states have attempted to subvert that popularity for their own partisan agendas. This battle wasn't just about Trump, but about ensuring that every presidential candidate is treated fairly, regardless of their standing in polls. Moreover, the prospect of presidential immunity is a critical point raised by Trump. Asserting that a president must have the ability to make decisions without the fear of subsequent legal retribution is essential for the courage and decisiveness that the highest office demands. This isn't about personal protection, but about preserving the potency and independence of the presidency itself. In conclusion, the Supreme Court's wise ruling is a triumph for all who value the sanctity of the democratic process. It ensures that candidates can stand before the electorate based on their policies and merits, not be sidelined by legal ploys, and it reinforces the principle that the office of the presidency requires a measure of protection to function effectively.